お、来たね。総員配置につけ。はあ、遅すぎる。熱風感放隙だらけね。これで遅い。はあ、せい。はあ、はあ、食らいなさい。その程度か。せい。手はず通りに行くぞ。了解っす。今だ。はあ、感謝する。食らいなさい。はあ、せい。そこ。これもみんなに感謝する。せい。はあ、一戦受けてみろ。はあ、これでやるわね。落ち着いてまいりましょう。これで5歳遅すぎる。せい。遅い。その程度。これもみんなに食らいなさい。当然に見えついた。はあ、はあ、感謝。何をしても無駄だ。せっかくこれで食らいなさい。そこ。これではあ、てめえ。その手 律をもって裁きを下す。総員配置につけ。隙だらけね。はあセーフ。遅すぎる。食らいなさい。火を持って火を救う、私にしかできない芸当ね。何をしても無駄だ。助けなくてもこれで感謝しこれではあ烈風応援これではあせい食らいなさい。これではあせいこれで遅い。派手にやってくれたな。その程度。落ち着いてまいりましょう。一戦隙だらけね。はあ食らいなさい。火を持って火を救う、私にしかできない芸当ね。臨機応変に対応。これでこれはあ何をしても無駄だ。ね、助けまで来ない。はあ受けてみる。遅い。これでこれで感謝食らいなさい。はあ遠風将来そこ感謝これも皆にこれでどうだ。せいこれではあ見事な式だったぞ。本官の目に狂いはなかったようだ。
Hey, what's up, man? Hello. I'm detoxing from solo leveling. I think I'm done with that game. I'm done with it for now. I think I am. That game is officially retired. Those drop rates are driving me nuts. Back to the usual Scrimblow Bimblow games. How you doing, man? Yeah, solo leveling is Probably not going to be playing much for a while until they patch it. I'll still make a guide for it, but I think I'm done playing it for now. I was just streaming that game non-stop and getting nowhere. I was getting tired of it. I was getting really tired of it. I don't think whatever that guide, the viewership will make up for the mental health hit. Doesn't seem like it anyway. You know, a shield would be really nice right now, game. Where is a shield? is not wanting to give me a shield. Being trolled hard right now. I kind of don't want a third slot. If I could get a shield, that would be pretty sweet, but the game is saying no. So I'm gonna have to save up, I guess. Shield is... seems like you kind of need it for Nightmare. This is my first time doing Nightmare. What's up, man? How'd your run go? Yeah, I'm tired of solo leveling. I'm sick of that game. It desperately needs patches. Until it gets it, I'm probably not going to be playing it much anymore. It's been about a week since the last patch. They don't seem to be in any hurry to fix their game, so... Oh, this boss is buff like crazy. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoy the game, man. You deserve it. Keeping me company. Alright, doesn't seem like you could do Nightmare unless you're, you got a busted build. This is pretty crazy. Maybe we'll just knock it down to hard. I'm not looking to be frustrated tonight. Yeah, this is going nowhere fast. The boss is just a swarm of hitboxes on Nightmare, I guess. I didn't know the bosses got, like, more moves. That's actually really cool. It's not just, you know, stat bloat. They still die pretty quick. But I guess they're really expecting you to go in there with the OP build. Because, nothing I was doing in there was working. It's probably if I had gotten a shield, it probably could have continued, but... I know when, I'm wasting my time. Oh, that's good to hear. Go ahead and, post your video when you're, you got it up. And we could definitely do co-op, we can definitely do co-op when the update comes out, which is supposed to be, I guess, within the next month. Yeah, this game's kind of weird, because, like, the crowd control is different than most beat-em-ups. You don't have, like, throws with iframes, but overriding gives you invincibility, and then also, you know, your supers are invincible. And you have to make, like, the right choices, especially if you're going to play on Nightmare. I just tried Nightmare, and I got filtered pretty hard, because I didn't have a good build. Seems like Nightmare is a little bit more, build-oriented than what they had before with, like, hard mode, where none of that is really an issue. You can beat hard mode with fundamentals. But yeah, that was kind of a shit build, to be honest. I don't know how much of it was my build. So yeah, I probably should, like, max out these, to be honest, just to, this probably should be the goal, is to max these out before I do Nightmare, because it seems like the stats are going to matter a lot more. I mean, Miss Crimson was literally untouchable with all those tornadoes being spammed. I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot that I could have done there, so I guess these are going to be more important. Yeah, I think the stats is probably the way to go. What's up, Power Flood? How you doing, man? I don't have my normal kitty-sitting job tonight. I'll be back over there tomorrow. So we're gonna play some Scrimblow Bimblow tonight, because I'm detoxing from... what's it called? I'm detoxing from solo leveling. The game is really starting to get on my nerves. It's really starting to get on my nerves, so, rather play something I'm more aligned with. Let's see here. I think I'll do Miss Crimson, because I did Roxanne last time I streamed this. We'll do Miss Crimson. Miss Crimson's actually kind of weak, actually. You gotta get a good build. Bosses are more powerful. Yeah, hell yeah, they are. Seems like Nightmare, they really want you to interact more with the build part of the game instead of pure beat-em-up fundamentals, which is fine. It's optional after all. I'm in the server for Night Rain, and everybody's saying they can't play that game without the mod anymore. They can't play the game without the mod anymore. I'm like, yeah, you've tasted a little bit of what a Team Ninja game is like. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to go back either. I've heard mixed things about the DLC. It's like kind of not really worth the price. And they still don't have like the fists in the game for some reason. Like, why do they not have the stuff from the expansion? It's like really random. You already made it. The whole game is like RGG style recycling, which isn't a bad thing, but like, you think that if you're barely making anything new, that it would be easy to just put all the old shit in there and make people happy, but they don't seem to be doing that. I really don't understand why. Like, you got a winning formula there, you know, just take stuff you already made and dump it in a different game, and, you know, maybe like, you know, 40% of the game is new, and the rest is recycle. And that's the RGG formula, right? Like, pretty much every game they make, they put out a game every year, and like, maybe half of it is new. But then, like, FromSoft for some reason, like, we don't want to put the recycled stuff that people want. It's like, wait, why? You got all these other games get under flack for recycling assets, but then, like, they're not doing it. Oh, well, the modders will basically put all that shit back in anyway, so it doesn't matter. I don't know what it's been with Bamco lately, but their DLC for their games has been, like, really lackluster. It's not just Night Rain. I've heard the Bleach DLC was, like, lackluster. Sparking Zero as well. Arise DLC last year was, even if you liked the game, was bad value. It was not worth, like, $30. So I don't know what's going on. Meanwhile, like, Xenoverse 2 still gets, like, pretty substantial stuff, like, every couple months. But, like, their newer stuff, they're really dropping the ball. It seemed like you want to put effort and value into their DLC anymore. You would think that, you know, FromSoft games would be immune to that because they're, like, the best-selling, but apparently not. From what I've been reading. It's like, the biggest thing is the new map, and I guess the map is pretty significant, but, like, the rest of it is barren. There's, like, nothing. That was pretty low income right there. Go ahead and save up. It's pretty much been since the Arise DLC that their DLC for their published games and their in-house games has been, like, so much worse. It's really weird. Hey, you're supposed to stagger! What happened? What happened? he's diseased. He's not staggering anymore. What the heck was that? supposed to stagger you, bozo. No cheating. No. Maybe it's counter didn't work. Get over there! Hell yeah. I'm gonna do it again, hopefully. Yeah! I love this game. The apprentice counter is so satisfying. That big, like, axe, that big, like, hammer punch, and they go all the way to the other side of the screen. Peak. Game Awards is in like 5 days, huh? Yeah. Hopefully, something worth a damn gets announced. Hopefully. Schedule's pretty barren after this month. I like nothing to look forward to until the end of next month, basically. I'm not doing Prime 4. I've seen a lot of that game that I would not like. I'm not doing Prime 4. It's nice that it runs at 120 FPS, but frame rate isn't everything. I don't really like a lot of the changes I've seen. I've been NPCs talk all the time and stuff, like... not feeling it. I guess that's what happens when, like, the releases are, like, almost 2 decades apart. You're gonna have to adapt to modern trends for better or for worse. I think what bothers me more is that really empty-looking desert. Looks incredibly uninteresting. I don't know what the heck is up with that, man. Like, why do you have to add, like, bland open-world stuff to Metroid? Metroid was like the original open world. It's like the OG open world, like the inspiration for all these other games, but then like now Now they're just making it like Ubisoft, you know, it's just a big expanse of nothing. It's like a literal desert. That looks so boring. I already never liked Prime as much as the 2D ones, but yeah, I don't think that's something I want to pay $70 for. I guess that's what happens when the game gets restarted like 6 times. They announced that game like 10 years ago, like right after Tropical Freeze came out, and it just literally came out today. That's just crazy. I wonder how much they like salvaged from back then, or if they like started from scratch, because there was like a Bamco was working on it first, and then they put it back on. They put Retro back on it. It's like, I wonder how much of that was kept, or did they like scrap everything? It's like Metroid's not even a big seller. It's like, it's not even a big seller, so why remake the game like 3 times? That's like their big Christmas game too, and people have really turned their back on it as soon as they found out that there's a millennial humor NPC that keeps talking. I don't know, the empty desert bothers me more than the Borderlands humor guy, personally. That bothers me a lot more. How do you make something worse when they're like the literal... Metroid's like the inspiration for open world. Stamina infinite. Oh, that's pretty cool. No good slot upgrades. I guess I could just go for 2 tornadoes and then upgrade this. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll have 2 tornadoes. I'll try to get shield from somewhere else. This is gaming right here. This is gaming right here. This fucking game is incredible. Jeff Keighley, are you watching? Are you watching, Jeff? I think it's time to reconsider the nominations. I think it's time to reconsider the nominations. I think there are some games in there that are undeserving. Alright. I could go for Shield. You know, I think I might just go for Shield. What else we got here? Yeah, I don't think the laser's really doing much. I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. Upgrade. Activate all cores. I think I'm gonna save the rest. Yeah, I think that's... I'll take the Stam as well. We should be able to get something good next boss. Last boss should be a pretty big buyout. Get back in the combo. Get back in that combo. Oh man, that would have been such a sick punish. She went the other way though. The hologram is really putting in work. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. Going for a super build. Overriding getting an extension is going to be busted because it's going to put out way more tornadoes. That sounds pretty beefy. Alright, now I can play as that martial arts chick. This one right here. No, you died too quick. Get over here. Alright, there we go. One of the fun movesets, most fun movesets in the game. So, Skate, when is the Tokon beta? That's like this weekend, right? I haven't been paying attention because, you know, PC peasant. I don't really care about it too much. I don't have access to it. Console kings get to play it. I don't. Token beta's this weekend. Huh. They're too scared of data mining to ever give us a PC beta ever again. And I feel like Neo 3 beta may have pushed them away from doing like betas at all. The amount of data mining people did on Neo 3, the alpha, with like no file access is pretty nuts. It's interesting, I think, because like it actually quelled a lot of fears about the game. The fact that people glitched out of bounds and found stuff, like a lot of the weapons being available in both styles. That was the people who glitched out of bounds found that a lot of the weapons could be used in both styles, which I think was actually beneficial to them. I think it was actually beneficial. Like, yeah, we don't have to damage control. You guys did it for us. That's definitely crazy, though, that they did not lock that beta down very well. People found, like, a huge chunk of the moveset in there. That's so crazy. Look at this combo! Holy shit! Jeff Keighley, are you watching? What the hell? Get back in that combo, girly. No, you don't. Best game right here. I mean, that's pretty much Sekiro, right? How much they broke Sekiro, like how many bosses you could skip in that game just because you could jump, and they never had to make level design based around the ability to jump. Like, Sekiro was a busted game. You could, like, air swim, and you could skip, like, entire bosses, like, huge chunks of the game. So yeah, it does seem like that. But I find it weird that they didn't just put, like, a huge wall around it, because basically what was outside of the area you were intended to be in, there were a bunch of drops and stuff. So that's how all the, like, weapons and stuff got leaked, because people found a way to get out of bounds. And, you know, it's not like Neo doesn't have a story, but it's clearly not the focus. Leaking the moves is just as crucial, just as big a deal as, like, you know, like FF7 Remake Part 3, you know, getting a story spoiler. Like, in a game like that, the moveset is, like, the real plot spoiler, and the mechanics as well. So it's pretty nuts that they didn't lock that shit down. But I think they don't care because it actually ended up being good PR. I'm sure it fucked up their, like, marketing strategy, revealing that stuff later, but I think a lot of people were worried that, you know, the ninja style was gonna gimp the movesets and stuff, but they got the 1-2 combo of the fact that people glitched out of bounds and found that, you know, most of the weapons are going to be in Samurai and Ninja. And then also, you know, they did the beta feedback, the alpha feedback, like, immediately after. And, you know, they basically just said that, you know, we're going to get rid of all the shit that people don't like. Is there anything else in here even worth getting at this point? I mean, this is the end of the run. I'm gonna try... Well, no, I don't have room. I don't have room. We'll just go with this. A core level 3, that's right, I can actually use these, so we'll use this one. Alright. Yeah, Sekiro, they got a rude awakening with that game. They thought that it was going to be so revolutionary to add a jump, and it's like, well, you've opened up the floodgates. Because people... Soul speedruns are, like, so busted, even with, like, you know, stamina and being unable to jump. But then, like, that game really was broken wide open so quick. I watched a lot of speedruns of that game back when it came out. Basically, literally swimming through the air. Like, swimming through the air and skipping, like, huge chunks of the game. And it's all because you had a jump button. They didn't lock it down enough. It's interesting because, like, Wo Long, the jump in that was way worse than Sekiro. Sekiro jump was busted because they just didn't lock the game down very well. It was too easy to get out of bounds. But the Wo Long jump, they literally added, like, invisible walls everywhere, and they also nerfed how high the second jump could go. It was more distance than altitude. So, that jump didn't really produce any kind of skips, from what I can tell. I haven't looked at speedruns of that game for a while, but it's kind of weird that, like, right after that, the jump is back to Sekiro levels of broken. Just completely invalidate, like, all the level design and get places you're not supposed to go. I hope they're gonna have, like, a PC client for that soon. GG's. Good run. Very good run. These go up quite a bit. At least these are the currency sync, huh? That's good, because I had everything maxed out before. I guess they really want you to... I do think the Nightmare mode is a little bit overtuned. I noticed that the super was not putting them in hit stun anymore, which kind of sucks, because that's like the cool thing about this game's mechanics. The fact that you can get guaranteed hit stun. Anyway, I gotta go check on the kitties. I will be back. Let's go check on their food. I'll be back in a few minutes. Alright, sorry about that. Anyone still here? Hope you guys are still here. Had to tend to the kitties. I'm gonna do a Roxanne run. I think I'll save the orb for the next character. We'll do a Roxanne run. And then it's probably going to be modded Zelia after this. Yeah, well, I mean, I have to be honest with you. I was playing that game so much to make a guide, but, you know, the RNG was just so garbage. I couldn't get what I needed to make a build guide, and until the game is fixed, I'm just like, I probably could have spent like another couple dozen hours making that guide, and maybe it would have made enough money to cover the cost of the game, but I was starting to like just not really have fun playing it anymore. So I will still be making a guide for it. I didn't get around to it today, but hopefully tomorrow. And then if it gets patched, I would gladly go back if it got patched, but it's just got too many problems right now. I got my money's worth. I paid for that with my YouTube money. I got like $50 from YouTube last month, and I bought that. So I got my money's worth out of it. Clearly, you guys saw me play it. It's not a skill issue, it's an RNG issue. I'm pretty decent at the game. It's not like the hardest melee combat out there by any margin, but putting up with that shit RNG, definitely. And I just kind of decided it was not really worth investing that much time into. They really do not play their own game. I don't know how they think that that RNG is acceptable. It really still feels like it's a gacha game in a lot of ways. It has like time gating, but the time gating is like not the issue. The time gating is fine, and anybody who calls it out doesn't realize that like a lot of paid premium games still have that stuff too. You can't just dismiss it as being only in gachas. The issue is how long you can play that game and get nothing. And the rates are just really bad, and I could almost guarantee that if I downloaded the gacha right now, I would not have such like drought of materials. I'm not talking about spending money either. I don't want people to think it's like, oh, you're gonna go wail on the gacha. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that probably the material economy, how things drop, is probably way better balanced in the gacha than the way it is right now. I would not be surprised if it was. And that's kind of a problem, to be honest. You know, you're gonna make a premium version of a gacha, you should reduce the grind. Because, you know, you've already gotten all the money you're gonna get out of people, right? There's no microtransactions to, you know, strong-arm people into donating. You kind of forfeit that when you make a offline version of a gacha game. The issue is it's still balanced like one. And you can play it for hours and make no progress, whereas obviously the gacha is not going to be like that, I'm sure. The gacha will definitely not be like that. Because if people feel they aren't going to make any progress, they're not going to play. And they're certainly not going to donate to the game, so... think Mega Man X Dive should be the offline should be the standard for like bringing back a gacha game. That game just handled it way better. None of those balance issues were a thing, like, at all. I still had fun with it for what it was, but the channel makes barely any money as it is. I kind of have to prioritize my mental health first. It wasn't like making me frustrated or anything. I just like felt like logging onto the game was not accomplishing anything. You know? I've got so much stuff in like what was I gonna say? I have so much stuff still backlogged, and I would much rather play that than that game, because those games are actually balanced properly. Why the heck did this go out of bounds? I can't get up there. I think I lost a drop here. They went off to their home planet, I guess. Well, we'll still try to finish the run. This is going to be the last run of this game for tonight anyway. Got some other games planned for tonight. Well, I mean, I'm in their Discord, and everybody's been saying the same thing. The online is terrible and barely functions. It's also really overtuned with how much stats they get. It kind of defeats the purpose of having co-op in the first place. The shit drop rates, the bugs, just the game being unrewarding to play. Everybody's just been telling them the same thing, so I'm going to assume that if the devs plan to, you know, sell DLC, that they would actually listen to people that already bought it, but we all know that's not a given. Just like, you know, waking up in the morning is not necessarily a given. Developers actually giving a shit about fixing their broken game is not a given. You think it would be, especially if they're trying to sell DLC, but that is definitely not the case. I'll gladly let a game die because they don't listen to their community, so well, we'll see what happens. I don't really have a lot of faith at this point. The fact that, like, that boss was bugged for like a week and it took them so long to fix it doesn't really give me a lot of confidence. It's kind of strange because they, like, don't have to deal with certification, right? The game is not on console yet, so I could see, like, if it was crossplay, that they would have to, you know, make, like, larger patches and avoid hotfixes because of console cert, but it's not on console yet, so, like, why did it take so long to fix some of those bugs? It's kind of strange, man. I like the stats don't work as well. People have determined the stats, like, barely make a difference in anything. Also, there's, like, this weird, like, level scaling system in the game where you can't do too much damage, which I'm not really against preventing you from having a damage cap. I mean, Dead Cells literally has that mechanic. They have a damage cap in that game. You can't do more than a certain amount of damage. The issue is the drop rates are so bad that limiting how much damage people can do just makes the problem worse. Like, if you're gonna have the drop rates that bad to the point where I'm sure playing the gacha for the same amount of time would have been more fruitful, even if, you know, I didn't donate anything to the game, then you might as well just let me one-shot things, because the drop rates don't match the effort. The thing about the gacha is I'm sure it's got, like, auto-clear tickets and stuff, so, you know, you only need to clear it a couple times, and then you have the stamina, which is a limiting factor, but they take out the stamina and then, like, make you actually fight the bosses, which isn't a bad thing. I like that it doesn't have auto-clear, because that's an incredibly hard thing to balance when it's, you know, premium priced game with no stamina. You want to make sure people have to, like, actually play the game at some point. But the drop rates being that bad, and then, like, intentionally having this hidden mechanic that neuters how much damage you can do, just makes everything worse. It's like... You know, the Neo games were good about this, right? It was hard to be broken in Neo 2 compared to Neo 1. Neo 1 was way more ARPG heavy, where you could make really busted builds and kill stuff quick. Neo 2, they reined a lot of that in, but you could still kill things quick. And the drop rates were significantly better than solo leveling. There definitely were some outliers. Getting a lot of the hidden moves and stuff, the scrolls, sometimes took forever. But other than that, it was pretty controlled, you know. Maybe you had to fight them for like a couple hours if you got like extremely unlucky, which actually happened to me. Making those guides, but nowhere near as much as that grind I put into solo leveling. They really do not play their own game. It's very clear that they don't. I hope people enjoyed the content for it. I hope people watch the guide. The game only cost me like 35 bucks, so I don't really care if the guide doesn't do well. I'm kind of just doing it to help people at this point. I've seen that build guides for that game have been doing quite well, but it really is just RNG. There's no skill at all, which is kind of strange because the boss fights, considering that they come from a gacha where, you know, execution and skill is secondary to, you know, either playing the game a long time and saving up or spending money. The boss fights are pretty good, but making a guide for that game has nothing to do with skill. It has absolutely nothing to do with skill. It really is just straight luck. You know, if the game gives you what you want, you can make a guide pretty easily, but I just kind of felt like, well, what's the point of making the guide if, you know, it's kind of just showing off? It's kind of just showing off, really. Because there's no... target farming in that game is a myth. You can't target farm in that game. Despite it saying that you can target farm, the drop rates are so bad that it doesn't matter. If you want people to, like, actually play the game and not, like, auto-clear or get carried, because getting carried in that game is basically impossible. You can't carry anybody in that game, because the scaling is way too messed up. Everything gets so much more health, and then, you know, you die in one hit regardless of, like, if you're soloing, you can make, like, multiple mistakes. If you want people to actually play the game, you need to reward their effort properly. You know, you can go get Rise or World on Steam right now. You can go get God Eater. You can go get Relink for like around the same price or cheaper. And those games don't have the RNG anywhere near as bad as solo leveling. I mean, I would hope that they would care about the game because, you know, the hard work is already done, right? All that stuff's coming from the gacha. Like, all the assets are coming from the gacha. Like, they've got a pretty winning formula for, like, making content, right? Like, the gacha team already made all that shit, so... They already made all that, like, however long ago, like, years ago. Well, the main thing they need to do is just balance the game so that playing it is actually worthwhile, instead of just going to download the gacha, which, you know, might have predatory microtransactions and shit, but I guarantee you that game respects your time more than the paid one, which is just all kinds of backwards. I expect the gacha to waste my time and strong-arm me into donating, than the paid version, you know, feeling very wasteful to play compared to other stuffs. Yeah, you can't carry. I mean, the elf chick can carry to a degree, but even having one person in the party gives the enemies and bosses so much stats. Like, it is nuts how much stats they get. And, like, I get wanting to make sure that people don't, you know, one-shot stuff and kind of take the fun out of co-op, but that game is a very extreme example of being unable to carry. You cannot carry in that game. The elf chick might be able to do it, but it's still going to be on a case-to-case basis, and because of how much stats they get, you know, if you get hit once, you're dead. It turns it into, like, more hardcore than any Souls-like, which is kind of weird, because they're not going for that market. They're not going for that market. They're looking for people that enjoy, you know, melee combat and decent boss fights and, like, progression and stuff, but they're not going for the Souls crowd. But, like, ironically, when you go into a party, it is way more overtuned than, like, the worst Souls-like bosses. It's so much worse. You know, you go in a party on, like, Night Rain, or you help somebody out on, like, a Neo game, or, like, Stranger in Paradise or something. You know, the enemies don't get, like, 10 times the stats and one-shot you, regardless of, you know, properly building your character. That is not what happens when you play those games. It does scale up, yes. I'm not going to say it doesn't scale up, but not to the point where playing co-op is pointless. I feel like any game that does have, like, vertical progression and, like, numerical strength and stuff, if it's gonna have co-op, like, yeah, it does need to have some form of scaling, but, you know, maybe, like, 20-30% if you have a full party, not, like, 500. So that, you know, you can actually play the game with people that aren't at equal skill level, which is the whole fucking point of co-op, you know? People play those games with, like, their partners, their roommates, their parents, you know, their kids, and they're gatekeeping really hard. The way that game is designed right now. It doesn't help that, like, the online, like, barely works and lags constantly, so even if it didn't have the messed up stat bloat scaling, you still couldn't really play that. Yeah, Sosuke, I think they were conflicted with, like, how to approach the RPG stuff. I think they were really conflicted on how to do it, but they definitely did not do it in the right way. Because, honestly, if you could one-shot shit in that game, the drop rate would be at least a little bit more tolerable. The problem is that's not the case. That is not the case at all. That is definitely not the case with that game. There's a difference between, you know, increasing the stats of the enemies and stuff a little bit, so that you know, you still have to actually play, and somebody can't come in with a busted build and, you know, ruin the fun unsolicited, and then, like, giving them, like, 10 times the stats, and have you get one shot. Despite, you leave the lobby, you can literally leave the lobby in that game, and go back to solo, and the boss will die so much quicker, and you actually have margin for error. It makes, like, no sense. It's like, which one is it, man? Once I'd like people who make these games to actually play them. Sell us barely functional slop. Like, the core game mechanics don't even work. I'd say the most impressive thing about that game is that most of the boss fights are pretty good, considering they come from a gacha where, you know, the vertical progression and swiping and stuff is more priority than, you know, actually fighting them. They did an excellent job repurposing those bosses, because from what I understand, the mechanics in the gacha are, like, way simpler. Well, I guess that's what the gacha is like, Sosuke, is, you know, you can swipe and one-shot everything, I'm sure. I haven't looked at what, swiping that game is like, but I'm sure you can do that. I think the issue is they want you to put more effort into fighting the bosses, and you can't, you know, circumvent the mechanics and stuff, but then, like, the drop rates are probably worse than the gacha. Neo definitely had some shit drop rates for sure, but nowhere near that bad. Yeah, you can't carry in solo leveling. I mean, you just barely can. If you use the elf chick. The elf chick is capable of doing it. But even then, it's really pushing it. Like, just barely. You have, like, one other person in the party, and the other person is playing as the elf chick. You probably could still carry them, because that character is so overtuned. Especially on bosses. For like all those shards that she produces, will hit them like multiple times. But that's like the only way that you can carry in that game, basically. If you're playing anybody else but the elf chick, no, it's not happening. The elf chick is better than the main guy in like every way. Because the elf chick takes a fraction of the effort to build properly, and she does so much more damage than he does. Which is a good thing. I don't even see anybody wanting it to be nerfed, so I'm like, yeah, the drop rates are shit, so I don't really want it nerfed either. Anything that allows me to circumvent garbage RNG, I will totally do it. I'm not getting any younger, man. Alright, I think we're good for closing out this run and moving on to the next game. Oh, are you just gonna get comboed to death? I think you are. Yeah. Get back here. Get out of here with that zoning shit. You're getting rushed down. What an awesome run. Very OP build. Alright, let's get some more experience. Oh, wow. Alright, that's it for Overrider for tonight. 2 runs. Great fun. Alright, what's next? What would you guys like to see? Would you like to see Zelia? I could do some Zelia with the mods, or I could show some first-person melee. It's up to you guys. My drive that has a bunch of my games is still like not being detected, so I don't have the usual selection. Let me see if I even have those games downloaded before I make an empty promise. Let me see here. Yeah, I've got some first-person melee games to play. And then I also have Zeal. Actually, I'll just make a poll. Alright, people don't have to talk if they don't want to. I'll make a poll. You guys can decide. Just a disclaimer, I am not good at these first-person melee games, so if you're expecting high-level gameplay, you're going to be disappointed. I'm not really good at first-person stuff to begin with, even though these are more up my alley with a melee focus. And I also have only played them for like a couple hours each, so uh, keep that in mind when you vote. If you're expecting, the level of the solo leveling gameplay I was doing, and then the Overrider runs I just did, you're not going to get that. uh, if you're looking for more somewhat sweaty gameplay, then Zelia is the thing that you should vote for. But if you want to just see some more Scrimblow Bimblow games, by all means. But just keep your expectations in check. I usually don't stream stuff I'm like not particularly good at, but I kind of wanted to mix it up a bit, because the stream's been solo leveling for like 2 weeks now, and I already ranted about that game enough. I'm probably not going to be streaming that much more. Reading about the new Let It Die while I wait for you guys to vote. Seems like it's another disaster. Apparently it runs bad. Surprise, surprise. Who could have ever guessed that? Really starting to feel like making games with such a multiplayer focus, with so many established games that people are already playing and like every type, is just throwing money in a fire. It's really starting to feel like that. Like maybe they should make more like optional co-op instead of relying on people to be playing it. The fact that solo leveling has had like around 8 to 10K concurrent players, like regardless of the time of day, is pretty impressive. But it's also really weird because the co-op doesn't work. They have a player base that a lot of these like dead on arrival battle royales and stuff, they would be happy with that if they kept their budget, how much they spent making the game, in check. But then like solo leveling has that player base. It's been out for a while now, and it's still got several thousand players. But the online is unplayable. It doesn't really make any sense, man. Like, which one is it? Like, the Let It Die game seems like it's already stillborn. And, like, if they could get Solo Leveling's numbers for, like, at least a few months, they could probably survive. But it doesn't seem like it even has anywhere close to those numbers. It's got 524 players right now. It just came out. It's got 524 players. Like, that is not going to survive. Unless they do, like, they put it on, like, Game Pass or, like, PS Plus for free or something. Like, that game is not going to survive. It's really crazy that Solo Leveling has, like, 10 times more. And I'm sure Let It Die Inferno, regardless of whatever flaws it might have, is probably a more playable online experience. I mean, that's obviously a really low bar. That's just really strange to me. How many players does Solo Leveling have right now? Let's look. It's still got 4K, but with the game being as jacked up as it is, and it being very late in America, and not really peak hours over in Europe either, that's pretty good. The fact that it has 8 times more than Let It Die Inferno is nuts, man. I can't even begin to understand that. Maybe this means that we'll get less Dead on Arrival multiplayer games, and they're gonna go back to, like, co-op being optional instead of being, like, the main way that they make money. I hope that that's the case, because there's been so many bombs lately, like both at gotchas and, like, like premium PC games and stuff. They probably got paid pretty well, but if they're still playing it, they genuinely like it. But I honestly feel like people would probably get bored of watching it because it just doesn't reward you for playing it. That game treats you like dirt worse than a gacha does, which is all kinds of backwards. Have a weapon. I do not have a weapon, and it can't pause. Where'd the weapon go? Yeah, I need to make a new game and remember how to play. I only played this for like 20 minutes. I do not have a weapon. just a weapon. How am I supposed to fight? Well, this is already off to a great start. That's why I said, voting for Zelia would have been wiser. I don't have a weapon. This guy ain't... he's not Jude Mathis, alright? He can't punch. Alright, well, I don't really understand how to get a weapon so I can actually play the game. It's probably back in the storage or something. I can't interact with the enemies, like, at all. Maybe it got glitched out because they did an update or something. Like, I'm kind of defenseless. He doesn't even have, like, a kick or anything. It would be nice if they would give me some kind of instrument of destruction to fight these monsters. There's nothing. Straight up level 1 right now. Oh, this is great. Is it not going to give me a weapon? How do I go back? Just go like this, I guess. Need to heal. I need a weapon to fight with. Must be some way to craft. Ah, here we go. Create. Have anything though. How do I make something to fight with? No, it's not letting me make a weapon. What the hell am I supposed to do? Some guidance would be nice. Yeah, how do I make something to play the game? Said I could craft equipment. Where the fuck is it? Just playing these games with awful onboarding lately. I'll tell you basic stuff. I don't want that. I need something to fight with. What the hell? I can't augment anything. I don't have a weapon. There's no weapon. Am I just like soft locked or what? I can't create equipment. It doesn't let me. Alright, is this thing gonna do anything useful? Like, actually let me play the game? I guess not. I could probably need to make a new game or something. Maybe it, like, bugged out. Improvement complete. It's not doing shit. Why doesn't he have, like, a default weapon to, like, actually fight? Instead of it's just a walking sim? I know it's not a walking sim, but I don't understand what it wants me to do. Okay, like, what? Where's the tutorial? I miss when games had manuals. I think gaming was a lot better when they actually had manuals, instead of constantly interrupting you with tutorials and shit. I miss when you were actually expected to read the manual. Now it's just kind of, the onboarding has gotten so much worse in some of these games. I don't really understand how to... I guess I can just make another save. I only played it for 20 minutes. It's probably the best way to go. I'll just do that. Just delete it.
Lightning.
Alright. There, now there's gameplay. What the heck was that? Alright, let's try this again. Weren't expecting you to like Alt F4 out of the game in the first 20 minutes, and I was supposed to have a weapon, but I lost it somehow. Let me turn off the screen shake. They probably got paid pretty handsomely to play it, but I definitely would not fault them for not playing that after the sponsorship period. Hell of a lot smarter than I am if that's what they did. Alright, yeah, that was... I think, making a new save was wise. I only played this for, like, 20 minutes when I bought it, and I didn't stream it. And then I tried it on Steam Deck, and Steam Deck performance for this is not great, so I guess I didn't flush it, it just got put on the virtual shelf. But yeah, this game seems pretty good. It wouldn't surprise me if because I left before I really fought anything that the game, like, freaked out. So I should be able to use this thing over here now. I had to learn how to play the game again anyway, it's no big deal. Make the sword better. Oh, no, I can't. I guess I can't really do much with this yet. Yeah, this build system seems pretty good. Alright, so I guess I just go back in now. Let's see what the quest says. Yeah, I can definitely see this game being something I like. I don't hate first-person games. It's just aiming and stuff I've never been any good at. And a lot of the first-person games now are team-based, and we all know how visual those games are. I like Mortal Sin as well. I don't know if I'll get to that tonight. Maybe that'll be a morning stream. Okay. Might be a good idea to go back already. I kinda low on health here. Risk it and go a little bit farther. Start getting since I don't know. Out of here. Hell yeah. Oh, you gotta get back to town, huh? Seems like I got a bit of a lightning build going. Got a better heart here. Probably fight a little bit longer and then go back. Alright, it might be time to go back. Starting to find movesets I don't know. It's always a bad thing with, like, permadeath or any kind of extraction system. Yeah, we're going back. We're going back. Yeah. I'm starting to get the hang of it. Pretty cool so far. I didn't get anything yet. this game is pretty awesome. I feel bad that I had it backlogged for so long. This game's pretty cool. Let's see if I can get another augment on this and go like cold and lightning. No, this isn't really helping much at all. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the sword. So I have a better one in here. I'm just gonna run with this one for now. Yeah. Actually did something this time because I know how to play the game now. It's nice that I could just redo the tutorial instead of being stuck, not knowing what to do. Alright, let's go back in. Should go a little bit better this time. Definitely is going better. Oh, the chests don't come back. Well, that's good to know. Form Tachi. Got the weeb powers. Wonder if that's better than this, this sword. They're about even. I think I should use this one a little bit longer. This game could use some music. I think this is going... Next time this gets featured on the channel, I'm just going to use my own music. I need some music to keep me engaged. The gameplay is fun, but it's just like zero music. So silence. Need a little bit more than that. These guys are vicious. Okay, is there supposed to be something else in here, or what? I need to pay more attention. I do kind of wish this was just, zero exploration. I'm roguelike pilled. I like just going around and killing shit. Not having to worry about finding stuff, but it probably gets to that point eventually. Ah, shit, I died. Ah, I couldn't get out, man. Fuck. How much did I lose? Oh, it's fine. The mechanic of having to be outside to get out is kind of dumb. I'm not really a fan of that, like, at all. Pokemon solve this correctly. That sucks. I have to go all the way back there, and like the movement is not very interesting. Just kind of just walk slow. Well, at least he's not defenseless. Yeah, I do wish this was just a roguelike arcade. Just run around and kill stuff, like linear, no getting lost. So that's like the only thing I don't like about this game so far. Just don't like exploring. I like it when it's 2D. It's 3D, not so much. Mortal Sin is kind of more of that. Just PS2 combat rules. Kill shit, get stronger, repeat. I don't feel like the movement is interesting enough to have these environments be so big. Other than that, this game's pretty cool. But I am definitely arcade-brained. My proxy makes me roguelike brained, so... Partially on me. I'm just not big into exploring wide spaces. I'm sure you probably can make zoomies builds in this and probably get through all this stuff quicker. I'd be shocked if you couldn't. Yeah, that would be my main criticism. I kind of wish this was just like a straight level to go through. Just get rid of all the empty space and like just fight. Gameplay loop is good otherwise. This game is very impressive for being made by one guy though. I'm surprised that he didn't make it a roguelike. Roguelikes are way more feasible to make when you're solo dev than something like this. I'm going to assume this is a generation of some sort, but very impressive. This was made by one guy. It doesn't run like garbage. The gameplay is pretty good, but I do think I would like this more if it was scaled down a bit. This is just like the downside to this is you can't really have greatest level design that's procedurally generated. It probably gets to the point where you know what level chunks are comprising the world you're in. Get around a lot quicker. Let's try to get that stuff back. best condition. Got some more goodies here, huh? There's not going to be anything else in there, is there? Being already harvested. I have to get back inside that chapel and get my shit back. Oh, come on, man. How was I in range of that? Yeah, I'm liking this, but I'm just not into the whole exploration thing. I really wish it was just like quick, like arcade. That game's pretty cool. Didn't know it was like so much just walking around though. It would be a lot more fun if it was just compact. I guess that's what people want though. They want to walk around and and explore. I'm like, nah, I'm born from the arcade. I just want to kill stuff and level up and not get lost. But I guess it will depend on how big the levels are. I don't know how big they are. But yeah, I saw some builds in that game. They look pretty crazy. Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for now. I think I'm going to stream in my Discord in a bit. So if you guys down for that, I'm going to stream a secret game in there that I don't feel comfortable streaming on main. And no, it's not porn. So put your Kleenex away. It's just a certain action game I'm not very good at. I really don't want to stream it on main. So I'll be in my Discord in a bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and have a bit of a snack and take my meds. And then I'll be in my Discord. I'll probably stream a little bit of the secret game. Because it's not quite worthy of being on main yet. Yeah, Voin is pretty cool. I don't hate it, but I don't know. Seems like the updates are kind of slow because it's made by one guy. I'm like, yeah, maybe if he scaled it back a bit, it wouldn't take so long. But yeah, game is awesome. We probably just need to give it more of a chance. I only played it for like an hour. Anyway, I'll see you guys on my Discord. Thanks for watching.